Number 10. Adele Edwards is a 31-year-old mother of 5 who's been eating foam from sofa cushions since she was 10 years old. She says it started during a particularly trying time in her life when her parents got divorced. But she doesn't just chew on a piece and spit it out. She's actually swallowed the insides of 7 whole couches in 1 year. In fact, she's so addicted to this stuff, she carries some in her purse to snack on at all times. Since it's not something that the body can naturally digest, she's been warned by her doctor that if she doesn't stop, her intestines might eventually explode. In fact, she's already had to use a great amount of laxatives to break up a ball the size of a grapefruit that was stuck inside of her. It seems her fiancé is helping her cut down and break her habit, but Adele has a long way to go. Number 9. A 34-year-old woman from Chicago is addicted to eating toilet paper. Yeah, toilet paper. It seems Kesha eats up to a half a double roll of 2-ply tissue every day. She says she carries it in her purse and likes to go to the movie theater because she can indulge in her addiction in the dark without people looking at her strangely. And I guess it's a lot less expensive than a big tub of popcorn to snack on. Her mother and sister have both tried to convince her to quit this strange habit, but to no avail. Number 8. A young girl named Daria has a serious case of OCD, and part of her condition comes with a very odd eating disorder. Daria is a self-proclaimed vegetarian, yet she purposely scratches her head to make herself bleed in order to create scabs that she can scratch off and eat, which some might consider a weird form of cannibalism and not very vegan-like. The good news is, Daria has sought professional help when her friend Erica saw her pulling something from her scalp and putting it in her mouth. She called Daria on it, and now after 4 years, it seems Daria is on her way back to normal. Number 7. An 18-year-old girl who suffered from 2 different conditions, trichotillomania and trichophagia, ended up on the operating table. Trichotillomania is a mental disorder that consists of pulling out your own hair. Trichophagia is a condition that consists of eating hair. So this young lady pulled and ate her own hair for 5 years, losing over 40 pounds and constantly suffering from stomach pain and vomiting. When she was finally operated on, doctors removed 10 pounds of hair from her stomach. She now has started eating normally and has gained back around 20 pounds. Number 6. Stand-up comic Josh heard about eating glass in a book and was kind of freaked out, but also oddly intrigued. When he tried it, he realized he could do it without causing himself too much damage. Well, he's cut his lips many times and the insides of his mouth, but he loves the attention he gets from people looking at him in awe, and he admits that that is mostly what he's addicted to. It seems he's reportedly eaten more than 250 light bulbs and 100 glasses. Talk about being rough around the edges. Number 5. 26-year-old Nicole from Detroit, Michigan in the United States started eating drywall when she happened to taste chalk one day and liked the taste of that. When she discovered drywall was even tastier to her, it became a habit that grew. In the last 7 years, she's eaten 1,000 square feet of the stuff, chewing on her own scenery as well as on her grandma's house's wall and on friends' homes' walls as well. Number 4. In an era when we're trying to cut plastic bags out of our consumer habits, this 23-year-old man, Robert, actually eats them. He's consumed 60,000 of them. Sometimes he even steals some from the supermarket to satisfy his addiction. Apparently, the pale blue transparent ones, in which his daily newspaper is delivered, are his favorites. This addiction could of course become a major health issue, but it seems that even though Robert does suffer occasional stomach aches, he's had medical tests and is doing fine. Socially, though, his fiancée has had enough. She says the last straw for her was when she and Robert had to taste wedding cakes for their upcoming nuptials, and Robert refused because he was full of plastic. Down the line, this definitely could become a major problem since consuming plastic can cause liver damage and intestinal blockage. Number 3. This woman called Crystal, ironic name when you think about it, eats household cleaner up to 10 times a day and has done so now for 30 years. On the TLC program My Strange Addiction, she admitted she started eating it when she was a child, when one day, while cleaning, smelling the stuff made her mouth water. When she tasted it, she liked the grainy texture and the taste and became hooked. While on the show, dentists evaluated that the toxic chemicals completely rotted her teeth, and you can only imagine what it's done to her insides. Yikes! Number 2. This 62-year-old Frenchman, who it seems had a history of mental illness, was addicted to eating coins. Yeah, like money. He swallowed a total value of more than $650 in old French francs and new euro coins. When the man would complain of stomach pain, doctors would remove coins from his stomach. But it took a while before they actually operated on him because he had a 12-pound lump sagging below his hips. When they did open him up, they also found necklaces and needles in there. Number 1. A 19-year-old young woman named Allison from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States has pretty much always loved chewing on rubber. When she was small, she'd chew on the feet of her dolls, but for the last 6 years, she's been chewing on shavings of rubber tires, comparing them to beef jerky and appreciating their incredible chewiness. Allison's fiance, who works in a tire factory of all places, is very worried about his darling's addiction, but it seems that when she was examined by doctors, Allison was told that she was okay, except for the fact that she could develop cancer from the chemicals in the tires. What's really incredible is that she's already consumed over 50 whole tires since her addiction began. She is now trying to cut down though.